Hey everybody, this is dHunter bringing another action figure video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Today we're going to be looking at my personal top 10 action figures of 2020. Now this doesn't necessarily mean these are the best action figures released in all of 2020, but the ones I get the most enjoyment out of. These are my own personal favorites. I will confess, I'm a huge Batman fan, so my list is going to be a little bit biased in Batman's favor. So in front of you are a whole bunch of figures I picked out. These are the contestants. These are a lot of my favorite figures released in 2020. Huge variety, different companies, very diverse. Curious what your guys' thoughts are on my list. Hope you enjoyed the video and drop me some feedback in the comments below. So I wanted to start off by giving an honorable mention to these NECA Alien 40th Anniversary collection figures. We've got Parker, Brett, and Ash, 3 brand new members of the Nostromo crew, never before released, and the likeness is amazing. I am a huge Alien and Aliens fan, and it was fantastic to see these figures come out. Really hoping they'll complete the entire Nostromo crew in their regular outfits. Fingers crossed. So coming in at number 10 on my list, this is a Hasbro Marvel Legends Charles Xavier. Professor X, played by Patrick Stewart in the film Logan. Logan is an excellent film and a great end to Fox's X-Men franchise. In the film, Patrick Stewart plays an aged Charles Xavier. The X-Men are all gone and it's just him and Logan. When I found out they're going to be releasing pretty much a senile old man in a sweater, I thought to myself, I've got to get this guy. I love civilian action figures. My collection is predominantly Batman related. I have a large Gotham City setup, and it needs its civilians. Once I saw this guy revealed, I had to find out how to get him. He was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and was later offered at the Hasbro Pulse website. With the recent show, Star Trek Picard, I've seen a lot of the older Patrick Stewart, and this figure's likeness is great. His gray stubble looks nice, the face looks spot on, he even has liver spots on top of his head. Complete with double jointed knees and double jointed elbows, this guy's coming in at number 10 on my list. Next, let's check out number 9. This is a Mattel Wrestling WWE Ultimate Bray Wyatt as the Fiend action figure. Now I'm just a casual wrestling fan, but everyone knows who the Fiend is. It's one of the coolest things they've done in wrestling in a long time. Very creepy looking guy. An Ultimate wrestling figure is pretty much like an Elite wrestling figure, but they have even more accessories and different display options. This guy comes complete with double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, ball joint his torso. He has alternate arms so you can take his jacket on or off with extra display options. 2 different heads, one with a tongue sticking out. He has the Fiend's championship belt. I'm also a huge Batman fan, so this guy works great as a sick, deranged Joker thug or henchman. I was very happy when the Elite Fiend came out about 6 months ago, but this Ultimate version really tops that, bringing him at number 9 on my list. Now we're going to look at number 8. This is a Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man the Animated Series Kingpin. Now, like I said before, big Batman fan, and I love suited civilian action figures. This is a very large, oversized figure. The Kingpin is a huge crime lord and mob boss in the Spider-Man universe. And you know what? He's going to be just that in my Gotham City. He's a crime boss called the Kingpin. He's very large and fits in great with my 7-inch McFarlane figures. This guy comes with an alternate battle-damaged head and looks great. He's got that white sports coat, that orange vest, purple pants, a nice cane accessory. He's a great, tough, large mob boss in my world. This guy's nice articulation. I will admit, I do prefer the Collect and Connect fully white-suited Kingpin from last year. But this guy was in 2020, and he's my number 8 choice. Then, let's check out my number 7 slot. This is a Mafex, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns Batman figure. Now, everyone's obsessed with the Mafex Hush Batman figure, and that's a very nice figure, but I find myself enjoying this Dark Knight Returns Batman even more. He's a big, bulky, older, bruiser type Batman, and they completely nailed the aesthetic. His face, his square jaw, the short ears, even the wrinkles on the suit, the bat symbol, the belt, it all screams that original art from the Dark Knight Returns. This guy's great. His articulation is fantastic as well. Pretty much like everything about this guy. It's one of those stories that totally changed the game for Batman, and anyone who's a real Batman fan is very familiar with that story. This Batman comes in at number 7 on my list. So here's number 6 on my list. This is a NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze Tokka figure. He came in a 2-pack with Tokka and Razor. Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 may not be the best turtle film. It's not nearly as good as the first one, but in turn, it's nowhere near as bad as the third one either. This is an excellent, oversized figure. His sculpt and detail is amazing, especially his turtle shell. All the details on it, especially the spikes, are just phenomenal. This guy looks like he came right off the screen from that film. His articulation's pretty good, not perfect, but something that sets him apart from some other figures. This guy actually has beak and eyebrow articulation, giving him a lot of personality. I didn't even realize that when doing the review on this guy. I've always been intrigued by the other mutated turtles. We've got Tokka, we've got Slash, then there's that robot turtle Metalhead, and you know what? If they made the female turtle from that show we'll never mention, I'd buy her as well. So this guy comes in at number 6 on my list. And here's number 5. This is a McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. Now, it's been a long time since we've got a good Spawn figure. McFarlane Toys, back in the day, pretty much put the larger 6 and 7-inch figures on the map, and their Spawn line was a huge part of that. McFarlane, I think, was testing the waters by taking Spawn from the Mortal Kombat 11 DLC and putting him in that line. But this is a very well articulated, modern looking Spawn. He's not in his classic costume, but he looks in his iconic design. This guy's double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. I personally got the Sword Edition. This guy was very sought after. When he was first released, there was a schedule of when he was supposed to come out at Walmart and a list of which stores were supposed to have him. But as I understand it, it was not easy to get him. Amazon put him up for pre-ordered. I grabbed him immediately. It still ended up being 3 months behind schedule. Very happy to get the sword version as the mace and the axe version. Although the figure's exactly the same, I really wanted his sword accessory. So this Spawn is amazing, and I'm really upset that I missed the Kickstarter Spawn. It's a damn shame. This guy's coming in at number 5 on my list. And here's number 4 on my list. This is a DC Direct, DC Collectibles, DC Essentials, Nightfall Batman. Now this is my version of Batman. This is Batman from the mid-90s, and that's when I was reading Batman comics very actively as a kid. This is a blue and gray suited Batman. He's got a yellow oval over his bat symbol and the capsule utility belt. This guy works great for a 90s Batman, but he can easily be an 80s or 70s Batman as well. This is in the DC Essentials line, and that means his body is complete reuse from previous Batman figures. But you know what? It works. It looks great. He has double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. I really like the way he looks. Biggest problem with this guy, both his hands are fists, and he has really no way to hold accessories. Sure, you can always swap it out with some other hands, but a definite disappointment there. So as a whole, one of my favorite versions of Batman. DC Direct knocked this one out of the park, coming in at number 4 on my list. Then, here's number 3 on my list. This is the NECA Ultimate Alpha Predator. This is their 100th Predator figure, and it was a special anniversary release. This is one of the oldest Predators out there. In my world, he's uniting all the clans to work together. His biomask is made of an alien species. In this canon, it was a race that enslaved the Predators, and eventually they overthrew them. Now the mask is an homage to the original Predator design. When Jean-Claude Van Damme was playing the Predator, it looked like that. They ended up scrapping it and changing it to the version you're familiar with today with the mandibles. But it's a really cool way to incorporate this into their canon and to give you a nice homage to that as well. This guy comes jam-packed with accessories, and he's on a brand new Ultimate body. I am guessing they're going to use this body when they end up redoing the Berserker Predators from the film Predators. I remember when this guy got released, he sold out in less than a day at NECA's eBay and Amazon stores, and he was really hard to get for a long time. I have seen him at Target stores lately. He's been re-released. I was lucky to find him at some obscure website, and I nabbed him up. But this is a very special Predator release, the 100th Predator by NECA. This guy comes in at number 3 on my list. And here's my number 2 release. This is a McFarlane DC Multiverse Jason Todd as Red Hood action figure. Now, Red Hood was Jason Todd, who was Batman's second Robin. He was killed off in the 80s, and they brought him back in the 2000s as Red Hood. He started off by being a villain against Batman, and now he works for Batman. You can see the bat symbol on his chest. This figure looks fantastic. It's a classic Bat ally. His helmet is made with metallic looking paint. It's very glossy and shiny. His leather jacket looks great. He's got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. He's got 2 pistols that are removable from the holsters, and not all the McFarlane figures got that treatment. Cough cough, Deathstroke. Overall, this guy just looks great. I'm very happy to get this guy. This guy's coming in as my second favorite figure of the year. And here it is, my favorite figure of 2020. This is a McFarlane DC Multiverse Jean-Paul Valley as Azrael. He's in his traditional Order of Saint Dumas religious red outfit. He comes with his Sword of Sin with a removable flame accessory that can be attached. This guy has so many great details, little crosses, little sculpting details all over this guy, different textures and different part of the suit. He's got that rubber soft goods sort of cape type thing. His articulation is kind of inventive. I really like the way they have his neck move with the hood on there. He does have single jointed elbows, and that's a little bit disappointing. I'm a very big fan of the Jean-Paul Valley as Azrael character. I was very happy when Bruce Wayne retook the mantle of the Bat, but Azrael continued to work for him. He ended up dying before the New 52 came out, and they sort of miraculously or mysteriously brought him back in the Rebirth comics. And I'm totally cool with that. I like the character. So this guy here is my favorite figure of 2020. I'm happy to have another member of the Bat family in his sort of regular, iconic looking costume. So, tell me what you think about my list. Tell me what your number 1 figure is. Drop me a line below. So those are my top 10 action figures of 2020. Looking forward to topping that list in 2021 with some even crazier and more badass figures. I know some of my choices are some oddballs, but my collecting style is very unique. So drop me a line in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite figures are from 2020, and let me know what you think of my list. So this is dHunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comments section. If you want to see additional action figure videos from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is dHunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.